suggestion. I think the stress is very easy, especially at the end game. I think that every time a ship is fired at, it should get 1 stress. Maybe it's already the rules, I don't know. Maybe I'm forgetting stuff. But anyway, we're going to start mission 7, and something that I realized is that if I succeed in this mission, I get 8 victory points. This will move up 3, so I will win the war and get enough victory points to win. So all I have to do is just win this mission, and it's over. So I bought blades here, put 2 sooner buoys on them, and loaded up my stuff, got a Viking, and repaired all my planes. Probably won't need the Carl Vinson for the rest of this campaign, if I can win this match right here. So, first things first, we're going to go with our first encounter, which is a carrier encounter. And I'm going to launch, because I've got Cloyd here, I can launch my all the guys that I want to. So I've got the Hornet. See, this says air escort. I'm just going to move in air escort, even though these guys are strike. That should be a slash fighter. I don't know, whatever. So I'm going to put the 2 F-18 Hornets there, and this is going to be air defense of 2, and I'm going to need 6 hits. So that's going to be a little tough, but we'll see what happens here. They're going to get 2 yaks. All right, so I'm going to match up my Hornet versus each Forager. They're fast, so I get, well, first Hawkeye goes. So let's go with the Hawkeye. Anything but a 1 here. 2. All right, well, that, now do I add air defense to him? I don't think I do. Anyway, he fails in making this better. 2, yeah, so this is going to remain the same. So I get 2 shots with each Hornet. So the first one, a 1 and a 5, so that's going to be a damage, and then a 5 minus 2, so that's a miss. So, oh wait, no, this is not air defenses just yet, so a 5, missile defense of 1, so those are both misses. So now the Hornet goes, he's going to get missile defense of 1, and so this is a 3 and an 8, so the 8 does 2 damage, so this yak is now destroyed. So now this guy goes, and he's going to go after my Hornet. And so he's a 6-8. I've got a missile defense of 1, so he needs a 7-9. And he gets a 9, so that's 2 damage to my Hornet. So I gotta knock him down 2 pegs. That's not good. And so now I go. So he's gonna go, he gets 1 shot now, 6-9, so it's a 7-10. So 7, so he does 1 damage to him. And this Hornet goes, he gets 2 shots. He needs 6-9, and he missed. Oh no. So this guy is going to go after him, missile defense 1, so he needs 8s, and he missed. So now I go, I get 1 shot, 6-9 minus 1, so 7-10, missed. And then 5-8, 2 shots, so that's 6-9, missed. He goes, he needs 8s, and he gets 1 hit. Oh, this Hornet is in big trouble here. All right, return fire, so he needs 7-9, so that is a 8-10, missed. Minus 1, so that's a 6-9, that's cocked, missed. Needs 8s, nothing. 8-10, Got him. Finally got him. Jeez. That was a tough air cover there. All right, so these guys now go to strike. All right, so now Hawkeye, you gonna help out? 3. No, he's not gonna help out. So 3, he doesn't, I don't think he gets negative. I'll double check on that, but anyway, he's okay, but he's out. He's not gonna help in the battle anymore. So -2. So let's go with the damaged Hornet. He has a 1 here. He gets 2 shots, -2, so he needs 9s. He gets a hit, but he gets a 2, -2, so he's destroyed. But he does get in a hit before he gets blown up. Whew. Wow, that was really unfortunate. All right, so now the second Hornet goes. And it gets 3 shots, -2, so he needs a 6/9. All right, so that is a damage, but he's going to get 1 hit, 2 hits. So that's 3 hits total, 1, 2, 3. But he's going to take a damage. And now the intruder goes. So he's going to need a 6, 7, or 10 to do damage. Now, we're already at low. 1, 2, so I need 2 hits at a -2. All right, so that's a 4, so that's 1 hit. That's a 5, so that's 2 hits, so it's destroyed, but I take a hit here. So the intruder is damaged, but this encounter is destroyed. I get 4 victory points. That's pretty much going to seal the deal. If I can get through this mission, then I'm going to win this game. All right, so now we go to the second encounter, which is over here. So I blew this guy up, and now I'm over here, but I've got a backfire attack zone. So let's see if any backfires attack me. No. Okay. So I've got this guy right here, surface. So I'm going to launch again. -1 Hornet, but that's okay because there's no air cover here. Whew. All right, so this is an air defense -2 as well. So let's go ahead and roll for the Hawkeye. Hawkeye does not help at all, so he's out. And now it's a -2. I got a Hornet here, -2, so I have 7, 9 in here. Okay, so -2, so that's an 8, so that's 2 hits, 1, 2. 8 -2 is a 6, so that's 1 hit. And a 3 -2, so that's nothing. He needs a 0 to get hit. So the Hornet is good, he flies back. Now it's up to the intruder. So we got 3 hits already, so he's already at a low. I just need 2 hits. -2 here. So that ought to do it. 10 -2, that's 8. So he gets 2 hits, and that'll kill him, and I don't get hit. So this is destroyed. That's 3 victory points. Total 7 now. And he flies back. He's happy. And then, so this is destroyed. So we're at the mission location, see if the backfires attack, and they do. So it is 8. So let me find a backfire. Here we go. 1 backfire. I'm going to send up emergency cap. I have fast cap here, so it's just this guy against this guy. So fast, we got 2 shots, -1 on his missile defense, so I need a 7, 10. Here we go. 7, so it's 1 damage to him. Okay, so I've got a missile defense of 1, so he needs a 9. Doesn't get it. And then I go. He has missile defense of 0, so it's straight up roll. 6, 9, so he's blown up. Hornet is good. This was already up to a 4 from the last one. All right, so now we go to the submarine contest, which is the enemy missile subs. So we've got a Typhoon, Slava, Udaloy, and 2 subs. Holy cow. That's bigger than I thought it was going to be. I may need this carrier after all, forgot. So Slava, Udaloy, Typhoon. Here's a Typhoon. Here's an Udaloy. Just need a Slava. All right, this is a good finale here, I think, because Typhoon, it's tough to kill. It's got missile attack, torpedo attack. Yeah, that's going to be a bear to go after. The Slava and the Udaloy, they're both stars. The Slava's looks to be tougher. 2 missiles, but 2 contacts, 1 contact. So Slava is the guy that I really need to get. And then we got 2 subs. 1, 2. Okay, so we got 2 enemy subs. Let's take care of the subs first. So we got sub number 1. Sub number 1 is a... Okay, so the white is the range and the black is the azimuth. So he gets -4, so that's a 3. So he's at a 4 and then a 4. And this guy right here, straight up roll, 3. So that's a 4 and then a 2 over here. And then this guy right here, 7. That's a 5 and then a 1. So he goes over here. And then we've got our 2 ships. Enemy ship number 1 and enemy ship number 2. There we go. Ship 1, ship 2. All right, so he gets a placement of +1. So that's a 10 and a 4. And he gets placement of 0, straight up roll. So that's a 3. And an 8. So he's over there. So that's not going to help my missiles too much. All right, on the search. So that's how we set up. I'm going to launch an AEW. So that's going to give him, well, I don't do it just yet, so it's still 4. All right, so launching AEW. Event, bad weather. All ship detection, even from subs, have -2. So that might actually be good for me. And then we got another surface detection +2 or -2 because it's rainy, but I still get to launch planes and helicopters, and that's very important because the Reuben James is going to launch that helicopter as fast as, well, no, I can't because I got enemy ships here. I gotta take out that Typhoon. He's gonna absolutely waste me. All right, so this is gonna be bad. If I gotta remember to do that. All right, so fast, Bunker Hill. Bunker Hill is going to, let's see, who's the bigger threat here, the Slava or the Udaloy? Maybe I should just launch 2 at each. See what happens. Yeah, I'm gonna fire. Now, can I do that? I could fire 4. Do I have to go down? It says 2. So can I send 2 here and 2 here? I don't see why not. Just kind of throwing them out there and searching. All right, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to send out my 109s, this down this azimuth, this down this azimuth. And so let's start with ship 2. So we got search of 7, nothing. Search of 7, nothing. All right, well, that was fun. Waste of points. And now we've got the rents. The rents can detect subs at 4. So I'm going to go after the Typhoon here and see if I can detect him. All right, so see if he's deep. He is not deep. See if this guy's deep. He is deep. See if this guy's deep. He is deep. All right, so range 4 plus 2 to the detection for the rents, plus 2 here, minus 3 for that, so it is plus 1 to the detect. So go ahead, rents, try to detect at a plus 1. That's a 7, so that's a detect of 2. Excellent. Detect of 2. And I'm going to save my commander move until slow. So we'll see what happens here. This sub here, see what he does? That's a 9. So 9 is range or flank, so he's going to go there. What about this guy? 7. He's going to be range or flank. This guy right here, he's got a movement of minus 2, so that's a 4. So he's going to sit still. This guy right here, movement plus 2, 7. That comes a 9, so he's going to range minus 1. And then this guy here, 7. He's got a movement 2, so that's a 9, so he's going to be range. All right, so this guy can detect. He's going to go after Task Force Ship 6, which is the Nimitz. Not good. All right, so he's got a 7, 9. Surface detection, he can't detect because it's minus 2, minus 2. He's got to detect a 7, so he's out. Detect of 4, though. So that's 4, 6, 8. And who's he going to try to get? 2, which is the rents. So he needs to roll a 10 just to get him. And he doesn't. Okay. All right, Typhoon goes next. Minus 2, minus 2. And his detect is 1 to 5. So he'll need an 8 just to detect somebody. So he's got 1. He's going after 2. And he missed. Enemy ship 1, Slava. He's a detect 5, 8. So he's minus 1, minus 3. And he's going after 2 people. So he's going after ship 3 and ship 3. All right, so ship 3 is the Reuben James. Reuben James has noise modifier of 2. So that's 2, 4, 6. So he needs a 10 just to detect. Nope. And again, nope. All right, enemy ship 2. Let's see. He has the detect of 5, 7. So that's 9. And he's going after one person. He's going after the Nimitz. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he needs a 10 just to detect. Oh, that was close. All right, so now my fast actions. Let's see. I'm going to try to detect. He's at range 3, so that's a 0, minus 1. Reuben James and Fletcher. Reuben James. So that's going to be a wash, 1 and 1. So it's a 4, 7 on the detect for him. Okay, so 4-7 on him. Let's see. Yeah. 8. So I got detective 2 on him. Let's see what he is. 4. It's an enemy. Enemy Tango. Okay, sub. We'll make him sub 3. And he is deep. All right, so that's an SSK. It's detected at 2. So now the Fletcher can fire at him. Fletcher's gonna take Azrox. Go ahead and fire at him. And okay, so sub 3 has noise, torpedo defense of 1. I get +2, so I'm a +1 right now. And get +2 here, so I'm a +3. So I need a 4. That's a hit, and he's dead. All right, good. So this guy's toast. He's out of the way. And I'm going to use my first commander move because I got 2 of them. Move them closer. That's dangerous for him. But at least I'll be able to use my second to attack the Typhoon and take it out. Hopefully. All right, so torpedo defense of 2. That wipes that out. Let's see. And then no range modifier, +2. So I get a +2, so I need a 5 here. And that's a hit. And then a 4. Oh, missed. So Typhoon is damaged. And that's it for my orders. This goes down to a 1. Oops. And I think I'm remembering everything finally. All right, so now my, AEW. Let's see if I detect this guy. So this is going to now go to a 5. Hawkeye. Going to try to detect number 2 first. So let's go ahead and roll that one. So it's detect 5, 7, 6. All detections have -2, -2. Yeah, so I'm not detecting them. That was a waste. Yeah, I can only detect on 9 with that guy, if that's the case. Because it's rainy. This guy can't find anybody. So that was a waste. I'm not going to do that again. Pull that off. All right, so we go down to battle turn 4. Got 4 turns left. This guy's damaged. He's down to a 1. So now we got fast actions, Rents and Bunker Hill. So Bunker Hill, let's see, Rents. He's got missiles, but he's better shooting at ships. So we're going to try to detect ship number 2 here. So that's going to be -4. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use my focus detect and use all my fast action. I'm guessing I use both of these and a fast action to get +3 detect. Right? Does that make sense? +3 detect against this ship right here. So now I'm at a -1. I'm using the Bunker Hill as a focal. So that'll give me a +1 because he's +2. So now I'm at a +1. It doesn't say if you have to use the lowest one. I don't remember anything, so I guess you get to choose which one's going to go with focus detect. And then I get a +1 for this, so it's now +2 attempt at finding him. So the bunker hill is the focus, so I get a +2 on my detect. 1, I missed. Dang it! Bad weather is really, really bad. All right, so now it's their turn. Start with the enemy sub, 7, so he's going to move 1. And then he's got a movement of -2, so that's a 5. So he's a range -1. This guy right here, he is a movement plus, so that's 3, so he's not moving anywhere. And then 1 is a 10 +2, so he's moving up 1 and pinging, which is good. All right, so he's not going to be able to detect. All right, so this enemy sub, he's got a detect of 4, -4. Who's he going after? Carrier. -5. And he missed. Okay, good. Whew. Enemy sub, so he gets a +1. Let's see, so he's Task Force Ship 4, which is a Fletcher, has noise modifier of 2. So 2, 4, 6. And then 6, so if that's his -0, so he's out of there. This guy's too busy pinging, and then this guy, he gets a contact of 1, and he's going after task against the Fletcher again, so that's 2, 4, 6. Can he even detect me? 5, no, 6. Yeah, he can't even detect me because he would need an 11. So bad weather's helping me too. All right, so now we go to the slow turn. And so the Fletcher is just going to go ahead and drop 2 ASROCs on the enemy sub. He's got torpedo defense -1, so it's just 1. Cancels that. Range modifier of 1. So I get a +1. Wait, let me do that again. So Fletcher gets a +2, so I'm up 2. This guy really only has torpedo defense of 1, so it's 1. Range modifier +1 is 1. So I get to 2, and then the detect, so I get +3. So I need a 4 and a 3. Got him. All right, so he's finally dead. This dude is gone. Fletcher gets him. He's out. And now I've got the Reuben James. Reuben James, gonna try to detect the pinging guy here. Gotta get him while he's pinging. So 2, 4, so -4 +1, so I'm at a -3. That's a 3 there, so it's a wash. So it's a straight up roll for the Reuben James, 5, 8, 10. 5, so I detect him at level 1. And I've got a commander action to do. Oh, that Slava is a bad dude. I've got to go after the Slava. So, who's better at anti-ship? I'm going to go ahead and use the commander on the Fletcher to launch his 2 RGM-84s. And so RGM-84s get a ship +1. His missile defense is 2, so it's a -1 on the roll. All right, -1, so I need a 7. Nope, and a 6. All right, so 1 hit goes through. So he's damaged. Slava is damaged. And that's the end of the turn. And so we go to the fast turn, but I've got him detected. So the Bunker Hill can now fire his 84s at him. Oh, he's down to a 0. So before I do that, before I launch my Bunker Hills, I'm going to try to up my detection. No. I'm just going to go ahead and shoot with this. There is, let's see, missile defense, so it's a -1, so I'm at a -1 again. So I need a 7. Oh, there was an 8 there. And a 6, missed. All right, I'm going to use the Wrens to try to detect him because he's still got that ping. So what am I doing? Running out of missiles here. I'm going to try to detect with my commander with the Bunker Hill. All right, so he gets a +2, -4, so now I'm at -2. He's got nose modifier -1, so I get a +3. +3, +6, -4, so I'm a +2. Did I do that right? All right, so let me do the minuses first. 2, 4, and I get 1 back here, 3 back here, so that's a wash, so I get the +2 for the ship. All right, so +2, 3. Reuben James, gonna try his luck. He's gonna get a +1. There we go. That's a 10, so he's detected at 2. Holy moly. All right, so this ping is gone now. And let's go with the enemy sub, see what he does. 5, so that's range 1. He's gonna try to detect, so this cancels this, so we got -2. He's going after ship 4, which is the Fletcher. So -2, -4. So it's a -4, so he needs an 8 or better to detect. And he missed. Good. Okay, ship number 1. He has a movement of +2. So that's a 10. So he's going to move up and ping again. Excellent. Still looking for a sub that doesn't exist. And enemy ship 2, movement 2. That's a 9. So he flanks out 1. Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. That's for a sub. So he moves in. All right, so he gets a +1 for range, -4, so he's on a -3. He's going after 2, which is the Rents. So that's a -5. -5, so he needs a 10 just to detect, and he doesn't get it. I'm under cloak, can't see me. Oh, since I had him detected, I could have launched a strike, but I didn't. All right, well, whatever. All right, so now I'm on the slow turn. So let's get this guy out of the way. I've already successfully done the mission. Even though I get blown up, I'm winning the campaign. So enemy ship 1. So this is just really for kicks and giggles, see if I could survive, which looks really good. So let's go ahead and use the Reuben James's last 2 missiles to go after the Slava. Slava has a missile defense of 1, So it's 1 plus 2, so it's -1, range modifier of 1, so now I'm back to +2. Reuben James has a ship of 1, so that's a 3, so I need a 3 to hit. Missed, and a 2, got him. All right, so Slava is finally dead. Reuben James got him. All right, and then we've got the Fletcher left. Fletcher's going to go after the sub. And should he ping? No, don't ping. He's deep, so it's 0. And no noise modifier. I got a sub of +2, so that should be easy. 4, 6 becomes a 2, 4. 4, so that's a detective 2. And let's see what this guy is. He's an enemy, and he is an alpha. Ouch. So enemy sub 2. And he's sub 2. All right, so now I've got a commander action. Fletcher has 2 torpedoes. I think I'll use that to go after the sub. All right, so he's got torpedo defense of 1, range modifier, so I'm up 1. I've got this +2 sub, so I'm a 3. +2 for detect, so it's a 5. So I get +5, so I need a 2 or a 1. So this guy, he's dead, because now I just need a 1. So the alpha is destroyed by the Fletcher. Doesn't really need it, but there it is. And so now we're down to the Udaloi. Udaloi is the only thing that's left on the board. And so my fast action, so what I'm going to do, I can't set up a strike because I didn't detect him. All right, so fast, this is going to go back here. Fast actions. I will use the Bunker Hill to try to detect the Udaloi. So I've got -4, noise modifier of 1, so I'm -5. +2 for the ship, so I'm down to a 3. Detective 1, so it's there, so I'm -2. So I'm -2 on the detect. Should I just go all out and do the focus detect? That'll give me a +1. I think that's what I'll do. I'll do the focus because I got to get him detected and detected good. So I get a +1. That's a 5, so it's a 6. So it's a detection of 2. So that was a good choice, I think. Because I'm relying on the bad weather to cloak me. All right, so now he goes. He gets movement +2. That's 8. So he's going to move up 1 and ping, which is going to make it even worse for him. And so he's looking for subs. And so now I go and I have the Fletcher and I have the Reuben James. And they only have torpedoes. Well, Reuben James is the only one that has torpedoes. But he has guns. So I'm going to fire the 2 torpedoes at the Slava here. I've got ship +1, range, so I'm +3. His torpedo defense is 2, so he's back to a 1. So I get a +1. Let me do that again. So that's 3, 2, hold on a second. That's 4, 5. I got 5 plus, and then the torpedo defense of 2, so he's down to a 3, right? So I get a +3 to my attack here since he's so close. So that's a 4, that's a hit, and he's dead. And that's the end of the campaign because I get 8 for this. War goes up to 8, So I'm going to get 16 points. I've got 7 more points over here. So what I'm looking at right now is I had 46 plus 8. That's going to bring me to 54. And then the 7 here is going to bring me to a 61. And then these 8 points here is going to be a 69. And all I needed was 58 to win. The war was won because of my amazing leadership, I guess, or lack of knowledge of the rules. I don't know. Yeah, it felt like an easy scenario. Again, I could be playing it totally wrong, messing it up, I don't know. But that seemed a little too easy for a difficult campaign. Difficult maybe because you have to do so many things, but maybe these can't be promoted. They have to stay green, because that was a big thing about my strategy. And this 2x less XP to promote, that's an auto include. That's got to be higher or some sort. Maybe it's a one-shot deal. You pay 4 and you get to use that once. But I'd still pay for it. I'd still pay for one shot. But to have it stay on the ship and just keep doing it again and again and again, definitely an auto include. Let's see, what else? Stress level, especially when your guys start getting promoted and they start getting cool on them, makes it very easy to, in the end game, the campaign got easier as my ships got better. Maybe if there's some sort of escalation, maybe if this goes in the opposite direction, I don't know. But you start off with your ships being poor and the activity is very high, so it's very hard in the beginning. And then as your ships get better and as their ships get weaker, it's easier in the end game. And maybe that's how it feels a lot of time in war. Maybe it's realistic. But as far as a gaming mechanic, it is not as good, I would think. But a lot of DBG games do that. In fact, all of them do. Even the strategic ones like Nimitz, Fleet Commander Nimitz. As you go on in the war, you get more and more powerful, and it gets easier and easier. But you do have to take more and more and more. So I'm not sure what the solution is. But that is something to think about, to try to make the game a little bit more challenging, give more decisions, because as I said, as you get into the end game, the decisions get easier, the game gets easier. I like the mechanic of, what's that game? Lord of the Rings collectible card game, where you have a certain amount of not stress, but threat. So if you get stronger ships, you add to the threat. And that means that missions that are, you don't have to go against enemies that are ranked too high. They like hang out in the background and they're not paying attention to you until you become a bigger threat, and then they start coming after you. So I think a mechanic like that would really help this game, really help all DBG games, where you've got these things out there, especially when you're running a task force. The enemy's like, oh, well, these guys are just losers, save our reserves for something else. And then as you start blowing up their ships, like, wait a minute, we need to send in the big guns to go take out this task force because he's too much trouble. So something like that, that mechanic would, and that's a totally different upgrade, expansion idea probably. But that's something that this game probably needs to make it more epic, I think, is the proper word. This is probably more realistic, but I'd like to see it become more epic. All right, thanks for watching, and see you next time.